What up, everybody? Thank you for pressing that play button and stopping by. I'm Randy Chambliss. I'm Executive Director of Louisiana Housing Authority. I'm a corporate branch manager with Geneva Financial. I'm an active real estate investor. I'm a speaker. I'm a homeownership advocate. I'm a financial educator, and I'm a co-host of the Mortgage Wise radio show and video podcast. So great things are happening, guys. I'm living an exciting life. Life is unfolding wonderfully every single day, guys. But it wasn't always like this for me. You guys know my story. I'm born and raised in the New Orleans area, and at some point when I was growing up, New Orleans was known as the murder capital of the world, right? So it was an honor and privilege for a black teenage male to be able to become 21, turn 21 in the city, right? I come from a two-parent household. Both of them, my parents loved me. They gave me a lot of advice. They gave me guidance. I had an older brother that was 11 years older than me, and I had another brother that was almost 20 years older than me, or close to 20 years older than me. My oldest brother, he was in and out of jail all my life, so I didn't really know him, right? I still really don't know him today, right? To be quite honest with you, right? But my brother that was 11 years older than me, he used to share stories with me of things that he went through and is going through as a teenager, in hopes that I can not go through those things and make better choices and just be aware of my surroundings. But even though I had all that support at home, guys, I still became an at-risk youth growing up in the city of New Orleans, right? At the age of 19, I had my first son. I quickly became a struggling teenage father. In 2005, I was 25 years old. I lost everything I owned in Hurricane Katrina, right? 2005, water to the roof of my home, right? And so I remember, I was broke, busted, broken. I hit rock bottom at that time. I had less than $500 in my bank account. My credit score was horrible. I'll be the first one to tell you it was in the 500s, right? And so I had money coming into me. I was making real good money on my JOB, but I was spending real good money because I didn't have financial literacy. I didn't understand the importance of money. But things changed for me at that point. It's changed for me when I was sitting in an apartment complex on the floor, laying on the floor with my family, right? No pillow, no blanket, no nothing, because we lost everything, right? We were literally homeless, but we appreciated that we had an apartment that we could lay our heads in. And I realized, this can never happen again, right? This cannot ever happen again. I got to get my finances I made a decision to change, right? I made a decision and decided that enough was enough, right? And so when opportunity and dissatisfaction come together and cross paths, then change will come, right? If you have an opportunity but you're not dissatisfied, you're not going to make that change, right? And so I was at that point. I mean, it was so bad, creditor was calling my house and my kids would answer the phone and say, my daddy said he not home, right? I knew exactly what it means how to get back on your feet, right? And that was the missed 3 call payments, right? So listen, guys, being broke and busted is bad. I didn't been there. But I got my things together, guys. I was focused. I realized that I had to do something different. And then I made a commitment that I was going to change my life. And all of a sudden, when I made that decision, I started focusing on where your focus goes, energy flows, right? Always remember that. Where your focus goes, energy flows. So as I was focused on getting better with my finance, I was focusing on those things. Boom, the opportunities were showing up. The people were showing up that's going to take me to another level. Right? My eyes, my ear gates was open. It was in tune to receiving information from the people that was around me already that I may have not seen or perceived before, right? And so in 2006, the whole year from 2005 to 2006, I purchased my first home at the young age of 26 years old in December 2006. 30 days later, I bought my first cash flowing duplex in the city of New Orleans. Big 3-bedroom on one side with 2 baths and a 2-bedroom, 1 bath on another side, over 1,900 square feet cash flowing from, right? I went to the closing table with a $1,000 check. I left that closing table with a $10,000 check in regards to a seller credit for some repair allowance that I was able to negotiate, right? And so obviously from there, people was asking me, Randy, how did you do? How you come from losing everything, Hurricane Katrina, having a horrible credit score, no money, right? Into buying homes now, right? How did you do that, right? And so naturally, I started teaching people and sharing people, what I did and the resources that was shared with me. And then I found my passion. I found what I wanted to do in life. And I've just been dedicated to the real estate and the mortgage industry ever since then, right? In 2008, I ended up getting my mortgage loan origination license, and I've seen a lot of changes over the years, right? So I'm an expert in that area. I'm an expert in real estate. And so just, phenomenal things are happening, guys. But I want to encourage you. I tell my story because you may be going through what I have already went through. Or you might know somebody that's going through what I already went through. And they just need a little encouragement. They need a little guidance. So what are some of the things that I did? Well, number one, I seek ye the kingdom first. And when I made that straight, I seek ye the kingdom first and everything else will be added to me. Now I was being directed by the Most High God. That's number one. Number two, I chose my future. Right? I had to get clarity. I had to know, what do I want? Like, who do I want to be? Who do I want to come? Like, okay, I want that person right there. I want their personality. Like, I want their faith. I want their belief. I want their personality. That's who I want. Over here, this personality is not great, but damn it, their financial skills is phenomenal. They know how to build a business. I want them that skills of building a business, have financial skills, right? Oh, this person here is in real estate. I want to have a real estate background and real estate field, right? This type of home I want to live in, right? This is the type of car I want to drive, right? This is the type of vacations that I want to take, right? This is the type of relationship I want with my spouse. This is the type of relationship I want with my parents, with my siblings, with my children. Like, this is the great relationship I want with them. Transparency, openness, right? I want to have fun, be excited. My glass is not just half full. I see life that my glass is half full, and I can feel it at any time I want. So you got to know what you want. And so I chose my future, and I wrote it down. That was the third thing. I wrote it down, guys. I made sure it was clear and concise. I wrote it down. Then I went to the Most High, and I asked him. He said, you have not because you ask not. So I humbly went and asked him for that, right? It wasn't breaking it in his laws, not breaking it in commandments. It was in his will, right? So I made my request known humbly. Then I started using what I like to call belief confessions, right? I'm so happy and grateful because X, Y, and Z. I have a beautiful marriage. I have a beautiful relationship with my children, right? I'm never broke again, right? I'm so happy and grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantity through multiple sources on a continuous basis, right? So whatever yours is, you write yours down. I'm just giving you some examples, right? It's written down. It was clear, right? And then, guys, here's the thing. When Christ was walking the earth, when he was healing folks, it was one particular question he asked everybody. And that question was, do you believe? Go research it for yourself. The blind man, do you believe? The dumb man, do you believe? Paralyzed man, do you believe? So when I realized, wait a minute, all I got to do is just believe? I'm going to be the biggest believer on planet Earth. You see what I mean, guys? So listen, you have to get to a point where you know that you can't lose. Like, what if you could start the race knowing that you can win? How big would you play? How many people would you tell about your goals and dreams and wishes and that burning desire? Right? What if you knew you couldn't lose? Right? And so you got to get yourself to a state of building up your faith, building up your belief, right? Because you got to be able to put yourself in a position to act as if it's already done. Speak as if it's already done. Visualize yourself as if it's already done. And feel the feeling that's associated as if it's already done. Feelings of gratitude, appreciation, thankfulness, excitement, right? Those are the type of feelings. I ain't talking about them ushy-mushy feelings, right? I'm talking about gratitude, thankful feelings, right? So now that you're putting in the work, right? I'm not saying that you don't go to work and things are just going to fall in your lap or just pop in your mailbox. It doesn't work like that. 90 to 99% of success that I've learned, right, is from the spirit. It's mental first. And it's reproduced in the physical. And 1 to 10%, right, of success is based on the physical. But you got to create it in the spirit first. You got to create it within. You become what you think about. That's why you got to be careful what you think about. Remember, your words are your invisible thoughts. Your words are your invisible thoughts. So if you speaking something out in the universe, right? Your words are spirit, they're going out to create. So watch your words. Because if you're saying something unconsciously that doesn't line up with your wishes, your goals, and your burning desire, that means that you're thinking those thoughts because that's your invisible thoughts. So you have to change your thinking. But you got to be willfully want to change. You can't change nobody else. Let's get that out the way. Let me get a sip real quick. Listen, you can't change nobody. You can't change your spouse. You can't change your parents. You can't change your children. You can't change nobody because they have a paradigm, a program, a set of beliefs that's in them from the environment they've been around for all these years. They heard certain things, they seen certain things, they experienced certain things, so they believe something a certain way. It took years to create that belief. Who are you to try to make them see what you see and make them agree what you agree with in a matter of minutes or days or weeks or months? Who are you? Stop trying to change people. It's hard enough to change yourself. You just got to recognize that's a program that they have. That's a belief that they have. And it's going to take a while for that to change. Can they change? Yes, if they're willing to change. So you are giving them information or they get access to new information and they start to see this information over and over and over again and they start to change their belief. At that point, that's when change will come. But they have to be willing to participate in their own rescue. If they're not willing to participate, it's not going to work. Yes, they consciously might try it for a week or two, but you just got to sit back and wait 2-3 months and see how because they can't pretend for 2-3 months. Eventually, they're going to go from their conscious thoughts and their conscious behavior, and they're going to default to their subconscious behavior, and that's where their real person come out. That's why when you're dating somebody, right, for the first time, what happened? Everybody excited, everybody happy, right? You putting your best features forward, your best foot forward, right? You letting everybody know, you letting that person know how great you are, right? You smelling your breath, right? You doing all that stuff. You watching every word that you say because you're trying to impress that person, right? But just wait about 2-3 months, and then that person gonna default from the conscious person they've been talking about or being, right? They're gonna default to that, and they're gonna default to their subconscious program, that true, real person. And that's the person that you want to know. So listen, guys, I hope this helped a little bit. I gotta go. A lot of things happen. My phone is blowing up. So listen, enjoy the rest of your day on purpose. If you like what if you got value what I said in this video, like this post, make a comment, share it, give me some feedback. God bless and enjoy the rest of your day on purpose.